2025 Solo Nationals, day one of competition, day two of competition actually in the books. National championships crowned today in many classes, and weather was part of the story today. Some off and on weather conditions. Some of the heats had both wet and dry, some rain, some not misting. It was a very, very tenuous situation for a lot of the racers today, but we had a chance to get around the Nationals paddock here, talk with a lot of folks, and here is some of that for you. Here with a couple of Solo Nationals first-timers.
Yes.
But you know this person, Nicole Stout, been on the show before.
I have, yes.
And one of the smartest tire people I know.
Thank you.
But you're doing something that maybe not so smart about.
Yes, no,
I've never seen you in a situation where you're a bit of a fish out of water.
No, and I'm definitely a fish out of water here.
You are running your first ever Solo Nationals.
Yes.
And
yes,
your first ever solo.
Yes, first ever autocross event.
So how did you get roped into this?
They asked for somebody to drive in the ladies class,
Yep.
and I said, me please. So it's always a lot of fun to have some sort of new racing to learn and a new paddock to be in. And hey, it's fun to be on a tire that I know.
Exactly. And this car is near and dear to me. I was able to come to Akron to drive this car on the Goodyear Proving Grounds, which not a lot of people get to do. Mm-mm. And this was when it was first put together, so one of the first Club Spec Mustangs ever built.
Yes.
It is here now. It's going to compete in earnest.
It is.
And you've driven it at the Proving Grounds, right?
I have, yes. And then we did some test runs this morning too.
So, feel good?
Yes, feels very good.
So now you have one advantage, is that your daily driver is essentially this car,
yes,
right?
Yes, it is, yes.
So it's not completely foreign to you.
No, definitely getting used to driving this Mustang, but driving Mustangs, I've got that down.
Cool. Excited?
Very.
Terrified?
Also, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we walked the course yesterday together.
We did, yes.
So me and my vast 2 years of experience has 3 times the experience of Nicole.
Yes.
So I figured I was the perfect person to do a course walk with you. Probably much better people out there to do this. But anyway, I was the one around. Walking the course for the first time, what was your first impression?
That it could be very easy to get lost.
Yes.
There's going to be a lot of studying to do, which I think I can do that. So first impression, I think I'm going to get lost, but I think it's something we can work through and practice, and definitely something I can conquer.
Cool. Also, the good news is you're a first-timer.
Yes.
I mean, like a legit first-timer.
Yeah.
So the expectations are fairly mild.
Yes, for others, but my expectations of myself, a little different.
Yes, I'm not surprised.
No.
I'm not surprised at all. What is your one takeaway just being here for the first time?
Oh, goodness. That there's still so much passion in racing that I haven't explored yet.
Yeah. And you've explored a lot of it.
I have.
I mean, you've been to Le Mans.
Yes.
You've been all over the U.S. with the Super Tour and other stuff.
NASCAR. NHRA. Yeah.
Monterey Historics.
Yes, absolutely.
With your dad, by the way. How
that
cool
was so
is that?
Great. To do IROC just in general, but then IROC with my dad.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Living the dream.
Absolutely.
That's cool.
Yes.
Nicole Stout from Goodyear here for the first time, Club Spec Mustang on the Goodyear car. Looking forward to see what she does. We're here with Stephanie Anderson at the Solo Nationals, one of the best B-Spec drivers in the country.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Doing something very, very uncommon for you.
Very different for me, yes.
First time at Solo Nationals?
Yes.
What do you think?
It's really cool. I mean, it's a really cool experience. A lot different than the road race events, but very cool, very, very neat atmosphere, that's for sure. Yeah.
So how did, I'll ask you the same question that I asked Nicole. How did you get roped into this?
I was asked.
Okay.
Invited.
Nice.
Yeah, I was invited, so
nice.
Very cool. I'm happy to fill that spot.
Have you done any autocrossing?
Once.
Once? Okay. How long ago?
6-7 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
East Street Miata.
So when I came here 2 years ago, it was 1992 was the last one before that. Well, I did a couple leading up when I found out I was gonna be here.
Yeah.
Just so I knew how it still worked.
Yeah, sure.
Turns out a lot of things have changed since 1992.
Sure.
Lots of things have changed. But at least I went out twice. So it's been a long time.
Yeah.
What are and you did the test and tune this morning, right?
Yes.
How'd the car feel for you?
Great.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah. Very fun car to drive. So
it's fun to drive, and when I was able to drive it, it's predictable.
Yes.
Which is real important if it's your first time in it.
I was definitely intimidated until my first run, and then I'm like, this is great. This is a great car to drive.
It's just a hoot.
Yeah, it is.
Just a hoot.
Yeah.
Do you have any grand expectations for this week? I believe there's 6 or 7 in the ladies class this year.
Everybody always comes to the track to win, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
of course.
but no, I have no delusions of winning, but I mean, I want to see some pretty decent times, So
there's really only one thing happening here. I don't know if you know what's happening. You're going to get hooked. And then you're going to have to come back. Because you're going to do
That's probably true.
You're going to do okay-ish.
Yeah.
And then you're going to be like, but I could do better.
Yeah.
For
sure.
That's
For
why
sure.
we do this, right?
Yeah, right.
You kind of do it the first time, and we all suck the first time.
Yeah.
But there's something that happens every first time you do something with motorsports that says, oh, I want to keep trying to do this more.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So cool. Cool. Stephanie Anderson, she's going to be in the Club Spec Mustang ladies class here at Solo Nationals. We're here, Solo Nationals, with the Prez. Mike Cobb is here. Seems like we get together pretty much every year.
Absolutely. Thank you for being out at the 100-acre beach here.
There's a little something different we got to talk about, though.
Go.
I didn't lay this on you when we did our little pre-chat, but I'm looking at this car behind you. This is the car you're gonna compete in, right?
Well, you could call it competing. Yes, I'll be running in XB.
Okay,
This is Maxi, my NC Miata.
So stay here. Don't go anywhere. This is the part that I'm concerned about. This XB thing, because now we're competing against each other.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
This is a surprise interview
So-
statement here.
So we're going to talk about 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, and then the friendship's going to end.
Because it's race time.
Until Friday
Okay.
at noon.
All
okay?
right, I gotcha. What are you driving, though?
I'm in an MR2.
Uh-oh.
An engine-swapped MR2.
Oh, no. I think
So-
I could be going down.
Yeah, no, you'll be just fine. You'll be just fine.
Well, he is a 2.5 swap, but other than that, totally unprepared
Okay.
for XB.
okay.
I parked at the Test and Tune the other day. There was a 500 to the wheels horsepower Civic
Honda, yes.
on one side of me and a Lotus Exige on the other side. And I just did one quick lap, and they were both 4 or 5 seconds faster than me.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, we're going for beauty. We're going for looks here.
I've resigned myself to the fact that I might be in last place again this year.
You and I will be battling for the bottom, sir. Maybe that's the race metaphor there.
All right. That's good. We'll have fun doing it, though, won't we?
Absolutely.
Tell us about how long it's been. What now in the SCCA
For me?
for you?
Well, I've been a member since 2007. I've been your president CEO since 2017, believe it or not.
Wow. It's been we've been talking for a long time, haven't
Yes, it's been, and just think about some of the changes, the ebbs and flows of
question.
life, the ecosystem, motorsports, COVID, all the things.
we? You still having fun?
I'm still having fun,
Yeah.
and we're still putting some points on the board. I mean,
Nice.
hopefully this week is a good example of it. We had a full house for the Pro Solo, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The team was awesome. They battled climate changes, it seemed like every 2 or 3 hours. It was raining, it was sunny. I'm sure there was locust and some other plagues thrown in there, but the team did fabulous. Timing and scoring never went down. And I thought the weekend was handled, like I said, full occupancy. Did very well, finished on time.
Yeah.
And Solo Nats, over 1,400. So, I mean, if you aggregate the two, I mean, we'll put over 1,500 participants through timing lights this week across 7 days.
Yeah.
And, I want to be humble, but there's not very many sanctioning bodies that do that kind of deal. So really proud of the team. It's a staff effort. It's a volunteer effort. It's a member effort, a driver effort. It's managed chaos, but we're doing a pretty good job, Brian, of managing it.
You just threw a number out, and I don't do math well, but that's 9,000 runs. 1,500,
Right.
3 runs each day. That's 9,000 runs.
On a 15, 20-second interval.
That is crazy.
Right? With hopefully, let's
is
don't jinx
crazy.
it, hopefully no downtime.
Yes.
So, but that's hats off to all the
Yeah.
volunteers, timing, scoring, grid, all the leaders that do that stuff. They're awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy
Absolutely.
what happens here, and it is so much fun. And the only regret that I have is that this is only my third. I should have been doing this a long time ago.
Well, you just keep coming back.
Yeah.
I love it.
Definitely.
We love having you out
Definitely. So this starts a completely nutsoid
here. Schedule.
6 weeks or
Right.
8 weeks or whatever it is
Yeah.
for you and the rest of the staff.
We kind of call this our loving championship sprint uphill.
Yes.
So we're here for basically, staff's been here for 2.5 weeks by the
Right.
time we close on Friday. They will have been here 2.5 weeks. I mean, this is 100 acres of concrete with nothing on it. We get here, we set up a tent city, paddock, grid, courses, all the things. 2 weeks off, if you will, yuck. Wash clothes, reload trucks and cars, tow out PIR Pittsburgh International Raceway for Time Trials Nationals in a couple of weeks. Get done with that, make another tow, National Park of Speed for this small thing called the SCCA National Championship Runoffs.
Yep.
And somewhere in the middle of that, we've got Rallycross Nationals in Holly Tree, Alabama. And to close this season, in terms of championships, we've got the USRRC Road Rally Championship. So there's no rest for the weary. And somewhere in there, we do a 26 budget and a 26 strat plan. And some of those things are important to get done, right? So it's a big run.
You've planted a seed, because I'm into challenges. Maybe the challenge for me should be next year to compete in every single one of those championships.
We can certainly support you in doing that. That would be selfishly some great content opportunity,
exactly.
Right? Yeah,
exactly.
And I think that would be fabulous. We'd love to have you do that. What would you compete in at the runoffs?
Well, if I had my choice.
Yeah.
I've been a Honda guy for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, so but I'm into anything. I got to get back
you in
into
a Fit B-Spec maybe? Something
that'd
like
be fun.
That? Yeah.
I've had a little time in a Fit, as you know.
Yes, I know.
As you know, yeah. So maybe because the runoffs would be a little harder. This might be a 2-year out thing.
Yeah.
But I have been planning to get back on the road racing side of things. Haven't had a plan for that yet. Lots of thoughts in my head.
Yeah.
But that would be the one harder one to accomplish for next year.
Yeah.
But it's not impossible.
Yeah. Well, I will be supporting you from the corners.
I love it.
When you're in the car, because my driver skills are not there to be playing at that level. So I'm happy to support the team from a corner, working F&C, working grid. They asked me to come work in the tech shed. I don't know how much added value I'll be in a tech shed, but I'm happy to learn and support the team. So.
I have learned that they need people to push the cars across the scales.
I can do that, Brian.
And I know that I am perfectly capable of doing that.
Yeah,
so.
I found a job then. I can probably help do that.
Yeah, very good. He's Mike Cobb, president of the SCCA. Catch up with him every year at Solo Nationals. We'll probably talk at the runoffs like we normally do.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
And the 250th episode is just a couple episodes away. And this guy, I put him on the spot on episode 50. I said, you were on episode 50. I said, you know what would be great to have you on every 50 episodes.
That's right.
And without any arm twisting, you've come on every 50 episodes.
Well,
and I thank you for that.
No, I appreciate it. You give me a space and grace to come on and say whatever I want. Thank you so much. And I watch almost all of your episodes, and it's great. I drive a lot. And so a lot of times, if I can't watch, I'll play the podcast back while I'm driving.
Nice.
It's 8 hours from Texas to Topeka, so I can knock out a couple of shows on my way up here. So I do it, and we appreciate all the support you give the club too, Brian. Thank you very much.
No problem. Mike Cobb, SCCA President. We'll see you in a bit. Here at Solo Nats with the guy who is providing me with my bag of fun this week, Kevin Coyne. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How about yourself, Brian?
I'm fantastic. First of all, thank you.
Very welcome.
You came to the rescue, and when I was in need of a toy to play with this week, I appreciate that. Tell us about the toy.
The Bearcat?
Yes.
So it's a 93 Toyota MR2. Started off as a basically a non-turbo model. Still is non-turboed, but it's got a little bit more displacement now. So it's got a 2GR swap out of technically a Toyota Highlander. It's used in other Toyota vehicles, making about 305 wheel horsepower at the wheels. And the car weighs, with a full tank of gas, the T-top's on 2650 without driver. So we'll probably be a little bit under 2600 before we get into it.
Before you get into it.
Yes. Yeah, it's still, it's a work in progress, but it's come a long way. So, wider tires, wider wheels, hence the flares.
Yep.
Some aero bits, still need to do more aero. Needs a big wing still, but does have a diffuser here on the rear.
Right.
Some carbon fiber bits, there'll be more. And but it's slowly becoming a car that can kind of be capable.
So I've always done street classes, or back in the day, stock classes. This is like a labor of love, isn't it?
Yeah.
How long have you been developing this particular car?
I would say in the current state, this has been going on for a little over maybe 2 years, at least since I got it back from being engine swapped.
Okay.
It started off as an STS car, which if anybody knows these cars in STS, they're an underdog because they're so heavy compared to the CRX and the Miata. But it was fun. It started off actually as an E-stock car. That's how old this car is. And then I got bored with that, so I wanted to do some mods, did STS. It's fine locally, nationally, not so much. And then decided I always wanted to do the 2GR swap, and finally the opportunity came about. And I let the car sit for a while, but pulled the trigger, did the swap, and realized that it wasn't going to be so easy. There's a lot more stuff to do to try to make it to be able to put the power down efficiently.
So how hard is it to do? Does it just fit the 2GR motor, or was there some cutting that had to be done?
Actually, there's a mount kit.
Okay.
And there's an ECU that you can use that can adapt to it, and harness stuff. So there's a lot of support to do this swap in these cars.
So a relatively easy engine swap as engine swaps go.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, if you're familiar with like any kind of like Honda B series or
Right.
K series swap, it's kind of like on that scale.
Cool.
Yeah.
How long have you been autocrossing?
Regularly since 2009.
Okay. And how many times have you been here to Solo Nationals?
This is the fourth trip.
Fourth trip. First time with this car, right?
Yes.
Yes. How excited are you?
Actually pretty excited. I've been here in the past with kind of, I guess you could say, bland cars that like everybody else had.
Right.
So kind of nice to have the Bearcat, the car that I've had since 2011.
Right.
And I feel like it's just an extension of me. So it's got some identity. A lot of people recognize it, and it definitely stands out.
Yeah.
Doesn't blend in with like a bunch of WRXs or GR Corollas like I've run in the past.
So when I was in my position of need and had to find a car to run this week, I had a lot of generous offers. A lot of folks were offering up their car for us, and I really appreciate all of that. But when I had all these offers, I'm like, okay, let's pick the one that was the most odd, unique, cool of the group. Something that might not be what everyone else is driving. And this popped up. So, and it was kind of like, this is kind of cool. And I grew up with a Fiero, which is kind of the Pontiac version of this car back in the day.
Right.
So I kind of had an idea what, the rear drive, mid-engine kind of thing would feel like, but I haven't driven it in 30 years. This from a Honda Fit is slightly different.
A little bit.
I took it out on test and tune, spun it on the second outing. Third outing.
Yeah, second one you dropped some good time, and it's the
Okay.
third one you did get the little spin.
I did get the little spin. So
Yeah.
I do know there is a limit to what I can do in this car. I have found it. I have crossed over it. My goal, I guess, is to not screw up your car for your run for a national championship.
I appreciate that.
So compared to the other cars in XB with a capable driver, what are you looking at? Because I know what I'm looking at.
I'll be happy to be mid-pack.
Okay.
There's some really talented drivers in the class, and there's some really radically prepared cars that just they're punching higher than this car is.
So, is there more to do to this car after this year?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
There will be more aero, more weight reduction. At some point in the future, there will be more power. Keep it in NA, but
Okay.
we'll probably do something like a build engine.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. He's Kevin Coyne. He's the guy helping me play this week. Appreciate that. We're at Solo Nationals in Lincoln, Nebraska. 2 more days of competition tomorrow. Inside the SCCA will be here with shows tomorrow and of course on Friday as well. And maybe one more show on Saturday morning. We may hold it for next week, but we've got a lot more coverage here from Solo Nationals. I'm Brian Polanski. This is Inside the SCCA. You guys have yourself a great day. Have fun and go play with cars.